Obusia, President John Dramani Mahama, every new power and champion no share my for. I know more 10% increment. Nabusia, my phone, the two just say 10% increment is a Casomunya, but I think our resume office. And Chebia na Fibequavi or Saturday 9% increment, a car at my phone. Now, in some Ebo say, after negotiation with the labor union, and then President John Dramani Mahama at the tariffs, Kesepa Abeto Ghana for so water tariffs in 15.9 and electricity so 9.8. And this all compare pay increment now or them various workers any new tariffs now they are banned to say and says canal or Sajabusa Jemre Nimkuti analytical explanation or Madama.
Now, as we speak, official PROs for teachers and nurses. President Mahama buy in the first time, I'm 10%. And umusum. I'm not this year, you're 9% umusum. But you see, I always say that when you are dealing with people, deal with people. Now, first time we cut through, but the respected Justice of the Supreme Court, Justice Yoni Kolende, will tell you who are the kanda. To me check in as a kanda, you know, correct, and I to be true. Aluta. 9% in the back kind of the phrase and then these communicators, the Edenante. Oh, inflation a single digit, any idea. They forgot, say, we don't use inflation for 1 month to do analysis. You have to use the average inflation for the year. And certainly, Osha Ghana may be free, but the average inflation for the year will certainly be more than 9%.
Yeah.
The current inflation is 6.3.
Yeah.
I look at me who will tell or say, Alliance women on a bay pan. Ghana water tariffs are by 15.9%.
Okay.
Electricity are by 9.8%. Effective January 2026. It's answer teacher ni new crab new year ni Say 200 cedis now be kind of salary on aje.
Okay.
Transport am I, food am I.
Yeah.
But Aluta, what am I saying? Say we need to do something fundamentally first before we even talk about increment of tariffs.
Okay.
Sure. We a mid-year tariff review, whatever that means. PULC, Ama Ghana water, and electricity coins from Monto tariff mono. And when you know, so be mujinae.
Okay.
So I saw a little bit in Bibia. And I was sorry, you stood up because you are coming to work.
That's it.
I was stood up because I'm coming to work.
Yeah.
When we talk to me, it clearly tells you that the point may be a year. So they are always indicators or reflectors for something.
Yeah.
And then
say only about 5 days into it's normal.
A little harder. The 5 legs, no. The first one I'm kind of say the regulated asset base of the utilities were valued for the period 2026 to 2030 to allow the utilities to meet their asset investment requirements. These rates shall therefore remain in force over a 5-year period spanning 2026-2030.
Yeah.
It almost say, almost person peja companies no mu ye duru gira mo na so ye no ntu no moto tariff nim me bo asa brofo ka connect no. 2 no say there shall however be quarterly reviews to these rates adjusted for factors beyond the control of the utility service providers. These factors are the Ghana cedi, the US dollar, the Ghana cedi US dollar relationship, Ghana's inflation rate, generation mix between hydro and thermal, as well as the cost of. We must say you to 2 year niema na to 2 na niema me en 7 year gyina so. $7 dollar ho den. Ghana your inflation, your generation mix and the natural gas na your cotton. Aluteti or say these quarterly reviews were undertaken to maintain the real value of the tariffs, thereby keeping the utility service provider financially viable. For saying, you can't financially viable. You to tum se no mubenya.
So musika sem jina
brand. I like the word.
Yeah.
Last one will say other policy decisions such as inclusion of mini grids were considered in the adjustment to allow for universal electricity access in the country. Send a gun, the baby will be electricity. Say a carriage about 90%. And that's a bro free dia. Send the baby American more fees, less appropriation. What can the pan?
Yeah.
And say 3 factors. ECG be brand financially. You bet me making sure say by 2030 no mu jam pen so obeboa. You be improving access near there. And then you ECG nko ma nyina ho. So you ask yourself that the factors that you are talking about, They themselves, how have they performed? Because of time, Aluta, a very big Ghana Energy Commission. Omoye report on ECG. Right?
Yeah.
Now they be on the case ya man we. Musa ana ba mi ama be kan atofo se cabinet saying, "Oh, ECG revenue generation kosoro."
Yes.
You see ana they be am catch us. Omo ka say revenue generation kosoro. 2022 ECG period almost so my digitalization. Na no na ma revenue no kosoro. But you ask yourself between that period and now, what has been the tariff adjustment within that period? Because there are two things. Yeah. So revenue kosoro. Either say what to 20 man na what 20 buonim. And also secret what can what did you? But because I am not privy to your internal mechanisms, I can only stand on data to say, you can say ECG revenue kosoro. I don't think it's largely digitalization. It's a tariff increment. What am I saying, Joshua? As we speak, if there be technical and commercial losses, I had a comfort zone.
Yeah.
Ghana Energy Commission can enable say distribution losses. You got technical losses, say in a chair. Power that disappears on the way because of old or inefficient equipment. Also, Ghana actually a generation mix now. You have 3 components. You have IPPs and a VRA. You have Gridco, Ghana Grid Company, and you have ECG, Netco, and then you have Tema Enclave. I do that here. It's IPPs and a VRA in the generating Yaman. No more the amount Gridco, not Gridco, so they are found remember my ECG, ECG at Tnaso, and also was stepping it down on their buy fee. It's almost say, if you didn't power and a famous and a better ECG one. Se fidie nya papa na power ni bobro ni ka dissipate ebi tete fa ho epefa ho se pipe paya wo senso ni bi nyum fa ho sa na nyum fa ho ni nya na bobro ni ka na technical losses any what commercial losses or say power that is used and not paid for often due to TNO illegal connection, faulty meters and poor billing. This is what the digitalization was supposed to track, because digitalization will make you know who is telling power.
Na poor billing, no, who is supposed to bill?
So if indeed you've done digitalization and it's materialized, it can cure, because digitalization will make you know even normal Wi-Fi. Also Wi-Fi no be tapubia. There your track you can see. So digitalization is supposed to see illegal connection is supposed to check. Poor metering is digitalization. But Aluta, you can't in your fool. This is the scorecard of ECG. Makajan is referring me data. Me the henny say data. I'm the bar me change them. Aluta, your technical and commercial losses now 32%. Literally, near TNSA, IPP is the man ECG power through grid car. Power na 100 Ghana cedis. No, they lose 32 cities by the time crowns are no more beton.
Because that's about 6-7 years ago. I had an opportunity at my call on my workshop. That time, I almost said this loss was in a region of 22% to 25%. And my assurance is 5 years to come. We said every 5 years, we have a major review.
Yeah.
See, the next major review, no, they are looking forward. Say it should come to in the region of 15%.
Yeah.
Now, in 15 years' time, no, they should be doing single digit.
Yeah.
So it's shocking. Say, and May in 2025, in a region of 30%.
This is also from the Energy Commission. Benchmark on the woman. 2021 commercial losses by 22.6%.
Yes.
2022, 21.4%.
Yes.
This is the scorecard. Did they do that? This is it. Did they do that? So if they are inefficient, basket now will go to you've not paused to analyze or fix a tuane, but you are fetching what does it make sense? Aluta, ni pebe ni bedija. Eja no the 100 cedi koshema ansa na wo beton ne ma na kura no what 32 cedis
that time bia no omo opt for the convenience na simple na convenient because matuto nkane abuom and the size is so simple.
But you see Aluta, aside this till this year January inflation is saying now 23.5%.
Yeah.
So if inflation is another indicative factor for you to adjust that,
as espoused in their own document,
as we speak, at least the last time inflation by November from October, 8%.
Yeah.
So the economic conditions have improved. So what is the justification?
And again, the CD is stable.
Remember how January CD no now 14.7. As I may love if I open my brain to my home. But this week it's 11.3. So now ECG have $1 million in January. No, we have 14.7 million cities. And we have 11.3 million cities. So what is the justification? Now the only justification is a ECG and the number B. Oh, public accounts committee.
Oh, yes.
Maybe 189 million cedis more. In some cases, Osha expenditure will go spend 100% more than Sika Chama. It's one more. Technical and the commercial loss no 32%. Sika crowns were bar, more the bebo bread to IPPs neke Kenny one. Must say diablo so. So if you have such an institution, why do you always increase tariffs for them? What is the justification? There's no justification for us to do these things to ourselves. And see, I'm disappointed in PURC. As a question, when the baby is it shouldn't be done. They should make ECG understand, say, they need to fix their internal problems. I look at illegal connection, baby. Oh, kwa jimita, sabe, as well kwa jembesa. At the end of the day, to prepare the revenue, come on, or buy no. The stress I become, all these things must be looked at. All these things must be looked at. New area, boy, you see, you should was son of Mitana. Problem from Omoma. All these issues must be looked at. Because of time, the next 2 minutes.
Okay.
My third submission about see a photo pictures in here. A friend of Falcom, I'm your own official PROs for teachers and nurses. President Mahama buy in the first time, 10%.